Survival Shield, Lung Cleanse, and more. InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. And thank you all for your support. We've built something really special here.
We're on the
calls
march.
Are coming up.
The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN
Humanity is on the
Network.
march. We're waking up to the psychopath technocrats. We see you.
A chemical spill contaminating the water supply in 9 West Virginia counties.
This year alone, over 300,000 people in West Virginia had their drinking water contaminated.
What are the health effects of having these drugs in our drinking water?
It's forced medical treatment without the consent of residents.
My friends, water filtration is one of the most basic actions you can take to protect you and your family from the harmful toxins and heavy metals in your tap water.
On average, the county says it sprays with the glyphosate at least once a week.
Few filters cut out the glyphosate that is found in water supplies worldwide. Remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, hydrofluorosilicic acid, sodium hexafluorosilicate.
Fluoride, it is in tea, it's in coffee, it's in water, it's in bread, it's in toothpaste.
It is our responsibility to protect our families. The establishment's not going to do it. It's time to take action. It's time to filter our water. Visit InfoWarsStore.com and use promo code WATER to get 10% off their entire family of incredible products. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139. In the last 50 years, iodine has been phased out of our staple foods and replaced with the halogen bromine, a practice now banned in nations around the world. Guess what else is in the halogen family? Fluoride. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here. In 1924, the federal government did the right thing and encouraged salt producers to add iodine. It's the good halogen on the periodic table. And the results are on record, reports documented. A 15-point IQ increase in areas that had previously been deficient in iodine. Bottom line, iodine is important. Unbound, clean, in a glycerin base. Nascent iodine was the answer for myself and my family. You will find Survival Shield Nascent Iodine exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWars Life Survival Shield Nascent Iodine isn't just for emergencies. I take it every day. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones.
I see articles like this, no exaggeration, 10 times a day. In my stack today, I've got more than 10 examples. I know because I had like 8 or 9 this morning, and I see one more on Drudge. Unbelievable. Witch hunt forces out skeptical climate scientists, worried about his safety. Daily Mail. I mean, I've had publications call for my arrest and Lord Monckton's arrest. You know, they've talked about us and said we should be arrested. They want to arrest us, folks. They want to arrest you. They want to, oh, you like Ted Cruz? Well, I'll put you in a body bag. It is this out-of-control attitude that none of us have any basic liberty. It's this attitude that we can be shoved around because they've got the liberal moral high ground. And liberals, what's so disgusting about an establishment liberal is they really have an attitude like they're God's gifts to the planet. And that just because they are in this group, they're elite, they're smart, you're an idiot. It doesn't matter how successful you are. Doesn't matter how high your IQ is. Doesn't matter how socially responsible you are. Doesn't matter that you're a real liberal. You really want freedom. They say they're liberal. That's the issue, is they're imposters. I know real hippie people growing up in Dallas and Austin, Texas, that are really cool, smart, wonderful people. Best people you could imagine, trustworthy, good people. And they're liberal on social issues and stuff because they're libertarians. And they're not racist. They're the opposite of an MSNBC host who just look at all the angles politically and they think they can get away with basically anything. There was a Canadian study 2 years ago. We had the professor on, or professors, if I remember correctly, there were two of them, and they did a huge multi-year study of people that claim to be big environmentalists. Now, that doesn't mean it's you, but they were 6 times more likely to steal, to lie, to cheat, and to not give charitable donations. Libertarians and conservatives, you can look this up, are the highest level of charity. Highest level. Liberal Democrats in this country and in Canada, same type group, don't give jack squat, ladies and gentlemen. Jack squat. And the study showed, it was a big sociology study. Just type it in, guys, environmentalists more likely to steal. It'll come up. There's other studies that show the same thing. There it is. Conservatives more liberal givers. Yeah, that's in a residents of Austin, Texas, home of the state's government and flagship university. And then it goes in to break down the study that conservatives give more. Yeah, that's a George Will article, but that's not it. That proves what I was saying, another thing. But that Canadian study was a few years ago. It was big. Is that it's then after the study, they asked him, why do you do this? Yeah, how going green may make you mean. Ethical consumers less likely to be kind and more likely to steal, study finds. London Guardian. Yeah, that was part of it. It's because, folks, they don't know how to build something on average. They're losers. They're joiners. They want to get in a gang or a group, and then they just parrot all day. Yeah, it's for the earth. Hey, part of the study was Facebook. They would send out, give to Facebook to each other, but then no one gave. They would just say, give to some group to feel good. They're about the surface, not the reality. If I saw 2 white guys for no reason beating up a black guy or a black woman or something, I'd kick their butt. And if I saw a white person being attacked by 2 black people, I'm going to get involved. Because I see a person under attack. It was like that woman who ran into the checkpoint, got scared by the Army troops. They have martial law, just occupation in D.C. They just do it to acclimate you, rotating troops around. She hit a barrel, got scared, ran, had a panic attack. Any police training should tell you women are more apt to do that statistically. It's one of the few crimes that women engage in higher than men. Usually men engage in more crime than women. That's just well known, other than shoplifting and running from police. That's basic criminology. She ran, and they killed her, and I got real mad about it. And I saw racists, because the Trayvon Martin thing was going on then. Everyone was race on InfoWars and YouTube. Going, I bet he wouldn't care if it wasn't a cracker lady. And then hours later, it came out she was black. And it was like, thank you, Alex, for caring about a black woman. I'm like, what are you talking about? I cared about a woman getting chased down and shot. I didn't care what color she was. If I saw a French bulldog, and I'm not comparing black people to a French bulldog, me would say I was. I'm saying, if I see somebody hurting an animal, I get upset about it. I get upset about somebody hurting a woman. I don't even think this is a black woman. When I walk up to a cashier or something, I don't care if they're white or black. Do they smile at me? Do they say hi? Do they look like an interesting person? I don't even think about what color they are. I think about how do they act. Who are they? What do they like to do? I'll go hear anybody play music. I don't think about what color they are. I think about what are they playing? I'll hire anybody. I don't care what color you are. What are you going to do to fight tyranny? Are you an honorable person? I value courage and loyalty above all the things. And that's what people should value out there. That's my view. I said I'd go to your phone calls. I'm going to shut up now. But we still haven't gotten our reporters out of there. And I knew when I dressed down that public affairs officer about their FEMA camp, death camp training, torture camp training facility, that it would probably even make him try to subconscious level dig something up on the reporters. But I still went ahead and dressed him down because I knew it was the right thing to do. And if they persecute our reporters at that base, we'll just make it a lawsuit like we did with Pittsburgh and win it. And it's not because I'm looking for a fight. The New World Order came and got on top of me and my family. I'm tired of laying down and being run over. I'm tired of watching domestic armies built against me and my family and your family. I got empathy for you, and I know you got empathy for me, and we got to stand together against this evil. You know, I used to see a bumper sticker saying, if you're not angry, you're not paying attention. Well, I want to have a bumper sticker that says, if you're not getting chills up and down your spine, you're not paying attention. I can feel the enemy intensifying. I could literally, just in the atmosphere, like you feel the atmosphere of a crowd, feel the suffering worldwide increasing. That's not mumbo jumbo, that's real. There's had another big study come out breaking all that down. All these cowards that go along with the system because you're afraid of what your friends and family or neighbors think about you. Wait until the real evil unfolds. Wait until there's no hope. And then you'll find your courage. Some of you. Still others will lie to yourselves to the end. I feel sorry for you. Beyond dishonor. It's as if you never existed. It's as if you turned your back on all your ancestors and you sold your soul to evil because you were too lazy to recognize the takeover. Jason in California, you're on the air. You say you're a teacher. What do you think of them teaching elementary students, showing them two men kissing each other?
Well, if I say anything against that, I'd be a racist, right?
Yeah, you've got to turn your kids over to the social police or you're a racist.
Oh, man. Hey, thanks for taking my call, Alex. I really appreciate what you do. I'm a public school teacher here in California, and don't beat up on me yet. We're not all bad.
I know you're not.
But I teach social studies at the high school level. And I kind of came across something that you talked about a little bit, the problems with Common Core coming up, actually, you know. And there was something, kind of a small picture and a big picture problem that came out of a meeting I was just in on Friday. I thought I should let you know. I was sitting through a department meeting in which the state standards, the previous state standards of what we're supposed to teach our students is being compared and gutted by the new Common Core standards.
Yeah, and again, once they're able to set federal, global, UN, UNESCO standards, then they can do anything they want, and then you can't create your own lesson plans. It's checkmate. We now have global education.
Exactly, and not that the old standards were perfect, but they're compared to what they're getting into, it's like a Harvard education compared to what they're going to get into.
Exactly.
Now, this is where it gets real scary, though. They had a list of all the standards from what we used to teach, and they gave them all a grade as to their usefulness or their importance as to what, if we should teach them or not in the future. Different topics, like should we teach...
Yeah, let's be honest about what Common Core is. It's your real college education now. They're overriding the old brainwashing, and it's continued education to tell you the new way to dumb your kids down. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's the small picture. Yes, definitely it's an obvious effect that's going to dumb down our education. But here's the scary part, the big picture. I'm sitting through this meeting, and we're looking through the different topics in their grades, and I find out that the American Revolution and all the Constitution stuff has been deemed unnecessary, and it's been removed from our United States history class syllabuses.
What you do is you scan that and you send it. We won't, get you in trouble because we know it's secret police everywhere. You send that to us. We make a big story out of it.